Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought it would be nice to just take a quick pause and explore something, a popularity test. This is basically just something I thought of in the last 48 hours, and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to just go through all the characters that were ever featured in Clash of Ninja and rank them in their popularity. Basically, how many games were they playable in? These are the tiers. There are 12 games that I'm including in the list. This is going to include the four GameCube games, EX1, 2, 3, well, four GameCube games, EX1, 2, and 3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, I am including that, it's the same series, same universe, Revolution 1, 2, and 3, which makes 12 games total. I will still have, obviously, the 11 main games as a category, which basically means that's your top, excluding your Dragon Blade appearance, for example. But yeah, there is actually only one character that makes it to this spot, technically. So it's surprisingly not Naruto, and I'll get into that once we get into the rankings, why it's not Naruto. But yeah, there is only one character in the entire Clash of Ninja franchise that has made an appearance, a significant appearance, in every single Clash Ninja game, inclusive of Dragon Blade Chronicles. I'll let you guys play the guessing game. If you can guess who it is in the comments, drop a comment now with who you think it is. Feel free to edit the comment and see if you got it right. But anyway, the only rules is player characters. To count it as a character playable in the game, it just needs to be a character that has a moveset. They don't have to necessarily be playable in the game for characters like Rogue Ninja. Obviously, Rogue Ninja has a moveset, but isn't necessarily a character in the game, but that would still count because he has a developed moveset. Kuroma Tatsushido from Dragon Blade Chronicles would also count, because even though he wasn't playable, he still had a full developed moveset in that game. So those count. So that's kind of the rules. I also added in this bonus tier at the bottom for just NPC/honorable mentions. This is just characters that have models that were used in the game, whether they were in a story, cutscene, narrative, things like that, that actually do have 3D models that are in the game. So you'll see a number of these throughout the roster here. I just thought these were fun because, again, the models are there. In my game, I do plan on making these characters playable. The first example of this, just to kick things off, is this is just in alphabetical order from how they were in my folders. But the first person in that category is actually Akari Tatsushiro. She is an NPC. She's not playable in Dragon Blade Chronicles, but she does have a 3D model. She does show up in the cutscenes in a significant way, so that's why she's included on the list. Also for Dragon Blade Chronicles, since Naruto and Sasuke were the only playable characters, I'm also counting appearances. So if the character appeared, that'll count as an inclusion, because every character that appeared came as a support. They have to be used as a support. So Akari was not used as support, so that's why she's in the NPC category. But everyone else will still count for one game that appeared in a at least supportive role in Dragon Blade Chronicles. They'll count towards that game. Because I did have a lot of guest characters in that game. Like, a lot of characters. Side note, just for Akari too, the reason why I do like her as a character is in my game, she will be playable. Since Dragon Blade Chronicles only covered that segment, they had Naruto wield the Dragon Blade and use all those powers. In my game, since Naruto, it's a full game, I'm going to let Akari have that role. So Akari will be the Dragon Blade wielder in my game, and she'll actually fight. So all the special moves Naruto used exclusive to Dragon Blade Chronicles, those will be the moves Akari uses in her moveset. So anyway, just a side note for my game, because why not? Alright, next character is Anko. Anko was playable in GNT 3, GNT 4, Revolution 2, Revolution 3, and GNT SP. That is 5 games. I'm not going to include... I'm not going to include her in Clash Ninja 2 because she wasn't playable. So I'll go ahead and give her 5 games. Excuse me. And Curse Mark Anko, sorry I don't have any character that I don't have a portrait that kind of showcases what they're, yeah, I'll just use a little funny fuzzy, but Curse Mark Anko only showed up in 2 games, Revolution 3 and SP. Next is Asuma. Asuma was playable in Revolution, EX2, Revolution 2, Revolution 3, and, I guess EX3 and SP, so he also gets 5 games with Anko. A, only playable in 1 game, SP. B, 1 game, 8 Tails B, one game. If you guys didn't know, when you get into Crisis Mode, B will transform into version 1. Bondo was playable in Revolution 2 and Revolution 3. So 2 games. This is the Heavenly Breath. Bondo, basically his super armor. It's a yellow chakra aura, which I thought was identical to the 7 Heavenly Breaths that Shiro uses in the Chunin exams filler arc in Shippuden. So I'm just going to call it that in my game. So this is 7 Breaths Bondo, which was playable in both Revolution 2 and Revolution 3. Shippuden Choji, first appearance in EX2. So he was EX2, EX3, SP, and Revolution 3, so he gets 4 games. PTS Choji, GNT 3, GNT 4. He was also in Revolution 2, so he was only in 3 games. Granny Chio, only playable in 2 games, being Revolution 3 and SP. Deidara, he was playable in EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, and Rev 3. And he also made an appearance in Dragon Blade Chronicles. So he gets 6 games. All right. Might Guy. Ooh, Might Guy is up there. Like, way up there. Might Guy is in Clash Ninja 2, 3, 4, EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, Rev 1, Rev 2, Rev 3. He was in 10 games. So that's, yeah, that's bronze. All right. 8 Gates Guy is going in the NPC / honorable mention because 8 Gates Guy, excuse me, oh my gosh, I have a thing always. 8 Gates Guy is not playable in any Clash of Ninja game, but his model is in there and he shows up in the cutscenes for his Shippuden versions. He gets an 8 Gates formation to show up in those versions. So that's why he gets an honorable mention, but he is never actually given a moveset, unfortunately. Missed opportunity, Clash Ninja. Gaara, Shippuden. He is playable in EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, and Rev 3. 5 games. PTS Gaara, Clash Ninja 2, 3, 4, Rev 1, and Rev 2. 5 games. Haku, the 4 GameCube games. Shame she never made it to Wii. Yes, Haku's a girl. Excuse me. Hidan, EX3, SP, Rev 3. That is 3 games. Another honorable mention is Curse version of Hidan. I'm partial to this one if it should be playable. I have him as listed as a playable transformation in my game, but I'm not sure if Hidan's Curse should be playable. I thought it could be an interesting mode where maybe it's a timed power up and any damage you take while you're in this. I don't know. Partial to it, but the model's in the game. Yeah, with the zombie Hidan. Alright, next we have Hinata Shippuden no Byakugan. This version of Hinata is playable in EX2, EX3, SP, and Rev 3. She gets 4 games. Byakugan Hinata was introduced in Rev 3 and also playable in SP. She gets 2 games. Regular Hinata PTS, 4 GameCube. She was introduced in Clash Ninja 2, 3, 4. She was in Revolutions 1 and 2. She was in 5 games. Awakened Hinata was only in 2 games, GNT 4 and Revolution 2. Next, we have the 3rd Hokage, only playable in GNT 3 and GNT 4. With an honorable mention, he was almost in EX3, but unfortunately they didn't carry it through, so he gets 2 games. Shippuden Ino, 1 game. I don't understand how that's a thing. She was only featured in 1 game. PTS Ino was in Clash Ninja 2, 3, 4, as well as Revolutions 1 and 2. 5 games. Itachi. Excuse me, guys. I'm dying over here. Itachi's up there as well. He was in GNT 3, 4. He's in EX 1, 2, 3, and SP, as well as Revolutions 1, 2, and 3. That is 8 games. Jugo. Jugo was a support in Dragon Blade Chronicles. 1 game. Jirobo, only playable in GNT 4, 1 game. Jiraiya was playable in GNT 3, 4, EX2, 3, and SP, Revolutions 1, 2, and 3. He's up there with Itachi at 8 games. Sage Mode Jiraiya, honorable mention. Again, he shows up in the cutscene in SP, but again, another missed opportunity. They decided not to make Jiraiya with Sage Mode playable, but his model Oh my gosh, guys. With Ma and Pa are in the game. Karin shows up as a support in Dragon Blade Chronicles. Kabuto should be here. Kabuto is playable in GNT4, EX2, EX3, SP, Revolution 2, and Revolution 3. 6 games. Kidomaru, like the other Sound Ninja, only playable in GNT4. Kagura, playable in Revolutions 2 and 3. Kiba, Shippuden, EX2, EX3, SP, Revolution 3, 4 games. PTS Kiba, Clash Ninja 2, 3, 4, and Revolution 2, 4 games. Kakashi. Kakashi was playable in Clash Ninja 1, 2, 3, 4, EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, was a support in Dragon Blade Chronicles, playables in Revolutions 1, 2, and 3, and is the first and only character to be in all 12 Clash Ninja games, and even if you don't include Dragon Blade Chronicles, he is in all 11 main games. He is the only character in this tier. Excuse me, guys, I'm dying. And that's because PTS Naruto and Shippuden Naruto are two different characters. They have different movesets. So Naruto is playable in all games, but PTS Naruto is not in every game. So Kakashi, though, with the same moveset, minus a few changes here and there, is in every single game. If you guessed Kakashi in the comment, you were correct. If you guessed anyone else, you were wrong. Alright, Sharingan Kakashi was in Clash Ninjas 1, 2, 3, 4, EX1, 2, 3, SP. It was not in Dragon Blade Chronicles, but he was in Revolutions 1, 2, and 3. Meaning he gets the second tier, all 11 main games. And if you include Dragon Blade Chronicles, he is in every single game that regular Kakashi's in. Anbu Kakashi is only playable in 2 games, SP and Rev 3. Anbu Kakashi with Sharingan. Since I have Sharingan is separate for some characters, I want to include all Sharingans as separate. So there is technically a Sharingan Anbu Kakashi, so that's why he's on here twice. And it's hard to tell because the sprites are small, but one does have a Sharingan, the other does not have it open. Just eyes closed. Kakuzu was playable in EX3, SP, and Rev 3. 3 games. Komachi, 2 games, along with Kagura, Revolutions 2 and Revolution 3. Kimimaro, only playable in GNT4. Shippuden Kankuro, EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, Revolution 3, 5 games. PTS Kankuro, Clash Engines 2, 3, 4, and he was in Revolutions 1 and 2, 5 games. Kuroma Tatsushiro, he was only playable in 1 game, which was Dragon Blade Chronicles. He does make an appearance as a sprite in SP, but only playable in 1 game, which was Dragon Blade Chronicles. Sage Mode Kuroma, yes, that's a thing. He uses Dragon Sage Mode. That is obviously only in 1 game as well. All right, excuse me. Kurenai, she was playable in EX3, SP, Revolution 2, and Revolution 3, 4 games. Yeah, and Osmo was in 5 because it was also in EX2. Kisame, I think Kisame's up there too, or at least 1 point below Itachi. He was in GNT4, EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, Revolutions 1, 2, 3, and he was in Dragon Blade Chronicles. So he's in 9 games. How did I mess this up from Itachi? Hold on. I must have misdid Itachi. Hold on. 9 games. Hold on. Wait. GNT4, EX1, 2, 3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, Revolutions 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's 9 games, so Itachi must be misplaced. Sorry, guys, I think I misplaced Itachi, because Itachi's GNT 3, 4, EX1, 2, 3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, Rev 1, Rev 2, and Rev 3. Yeah, sorry, I got Itachi wrong. Itachi is 10 games with Might Guy. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, Itachi's up there. Itachi's up there. He's up there. He's a popular character. Not as popular as Kakashi, but he is extremely popular. All right, Iruka, only playable in the first 4 GameCube games, and such a shame. Great character. Mizuki's only playable for 3 games, starting in Clash Ninja 2, 3, and 4. Rock Lee Shippuden, EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, Revolution 3, 5 games. 8 Gates Lee is playable in every single game that regularly is playable, 5 games. PTS Lee, he's close. He's up there. He's playable in Clash Ninjas 1, 2, 3, 4, Revolutions 1 and 2. He's in 6 games. I guess that's not that far up there. This Lee, 8 Gates Lee, is actually only in 5 games, as this Lee was not introduced until Clash Ninja 2, so 1 point less. Minato's only playable in 1 game, unfortunately. Okay, we've got an honorable mention. I'll just knock them both out at the same time. It's Neji without Byakugan. Neji's only playable with Byakugan. The only reason why I have it separated as even an honorable mention is because they distinctively have Hinata with and without Byakugan. I don't know why they chose not to have Neji with and without Byakugan. He's just always in Byakugan mode. But his models for non-Byakugan mode are in the game, used in cutscenes for his like intros and outros. So they get honorable mentions, but the actual ratings are the Byakugan variants, which we have Shippuden Neji in EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, and Revolution 3, 5 games. And we also have Base Neji, Kid Neji in Clash Ninjas 2, 3, and 4, as well as Revolutions 1 and 2, 5 games. All right, Shippuden Naruto. Shippuden Naruto is in EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, and Revolution 3, 6 games. Nine-Tailed Naruto OTK Shippuden was only playable in Revolution 1, EX1, EX2, and Revolution 3, 3 games. And 3TK Naruto was playable in Dragon Blade EX3, Dragon Blade Chronicles, and that's it, 2 games. Sage Mode Naruto, 1 game. Alright, PTS Naruto, GNT 1, 2, 3, 4, Revolutions 1 and 2, 6 games. Oh, sorry. First 4 GameCube games, I forgot. He is also in EX2 and EX3. Revolution 1, Revolution 2. He's in 8 games. Excuse me. QB Naruto is in every game that regular Naruto is in. Yay! OTK Naruto is only playable in GNT 4 and Revolution 2 for 2 games. Shame. Oboro is in 1 game. Oboro is in, so he's in Clash Ninja 2, 3, and 4. So he gets 3 games. He's in the Oboro mode. He does have a moveset, so that's why he counts. Toby was a support in Dragon Blade Chronicles. Orochimaru. Ooh, Orochimaru should be up there. Actually, not too far. He was in Clash Ninjas 2, 3, and 4, EX2, 3, and SP, as well as Revolutions 1, 2, and 3. He's in 9 games. Sai, EX2, EX3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, Revolution 3, 5 games. Baki was playable in EX3, SP, Revolution 2, and Revolution 3, 4 games. Shippuden Shino, EX2, EX3, SP, Revolution 3, 4 games. Did I include their inclusion in Dragon Blade Chronicles? Sorry, I'm just thinking about that. Let me double check. Because I forgot they were in Dragon Blade Chronicles. I don't think I did. Lee Shippuden was in EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, and Revolution 3. Yeah, I didn't include it. Alright, and this, though, was not in Dragon Blade Chronicles, so he stays here. Neji was in every game that Shippuden Lee was in. Alright, there we go. That's fixed. Alright, sorry about that. Keep forgetting who's all in Dragon Blade Chronicles. There's a lot of people up there. Okay. All right. Yeah, and Shippuden Naruto's in every game that they're in. Perfect. Base Shino is in GNT 3, 4, Revolutions 1 and 2, 4 games. Shikamaru, EX2, EX3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, and Revolution 3, 5 games. PTS Shikamaru, GNT 2, 3, 4, Revolutions 1 and 2, 5 games. Sakon, only playable in 1 game, GNT 4. Shippuden Sakura, she should be up there with Shippuden Naruto. She is EX1, 2, 3, 4, well, SP. She's in Dragon Blade Chronicles and Revolution 3, 6 games. PTS Sakura, first 4 Clash Ninja games, Revolutions 1 and Revolution 2. She's in 7 games. Alright, Shippuden Sasuke, EX2, EX3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, and Revolution 3, 5 games. 5 games seems to be 5 or 1, the sweet spot. Alright. Well, yeah, we've got at least 1 character in every tier now. Right. Sharingan Sasuke, yes, this was a thing, but not in every game. Sharingan Sasuke is only playable in distinctively as a transformation. Distinctively, he is playable in EX2 and EX3 only. So 2 games for Sharingan Shippuden Sasuke. In Revolution 3, they decided to just make 1 Sasuke. He's technically always in Sharingan mode, but technically so is Itachi. So that's just regular Sasuke, and then Sharingan is separate. Sharingan mode as a separate feature is only in 2 games. Curse Mark Sasuke does show up in Dragon Blade Chronicles. A shame we didn't get him in the mainline Clash Ninja games. I don't understand how that didn't happen. Such a cool character. Loved him in that game. He uses a black Chidori. Yeah, it's great. Base Kid Sasuke. Clash Ninja 1, 2, 3, 4. Revolution EX 2 and 3. And then Revolutions 1 and 2. So he's in 8 games. PTS Naruto. Sharingan Sasuke is in Clash Ninja 2, 3, 4, EX 2, 3, Revolutions 1 and 2, 7 games. He was not in Clash Ninja 1, so that's why he's 1 point below. Curse Mark level 2, 2 games. Here with Naruto. Hiruko! Sasori and Hiruko is playable in EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, and Revolution 3, 5 games. And honorable mention is Sasori with the 3rd Kazekage, aka in the cloak. He technically makes a cameo in the character select menu for EX2 and EX3. He also is in Revolution 3's cutscene, and also his character art is the cloaked version, but he actually takes the cloak off and fights with his final form moveset. Though he's still in Revolution 3, he still has an SP, he has his 3rd Kazekage Jutsu. This should have been a separate character, but I digress. In my game, it's a separate character. He will get to fight with the 3rd Kazekage, and this will use Performance of 100 Puppet and his final form Jutsu only. He will not be using the 3rd Kazekage. But anyway, that's why he gets an honorable mention / NPC. Models in the game, but they don't let you actually play as this form. Alright, next we're on Sasori Final Form. Sasori Final Form was in EX2, EX3, SP, and Revolution 3, 4 games. He was not in EX, so he gets 1 point below Hiruko. Suigetsu was a support in Dragon Blade Chronicles. I'll put him back here. Yeah, let's all keep Hebe together. Alright, Tenten Shippuden. Tenten Shippuden is in EX1, 2, 3, SP, and Revolution 3. 5 games. PTS Tenten is in GNT 3, 4, Revolutions 1 and 2. 4 games. Shippuden Temari EX1, EX2, EX3, SP, and Rev 3, 5 games. PTS Tamari, GNT3, GNT4, Revolution 1, Revolution 2, 4 games. Tsunade, GNT3, 4, EX2, 3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, she was in there, and what do you call it? Revolutions 1, 2, and 3. She's up there at 9 games, and I just remembered, I think I misquoted Jiraiya, because I don't know if I counted him in Dragon Blade Chronicles. Let me just double check. He was in 3, 4, EX2, 3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, Rev 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, he's in 9 games. Sorry about that, guys. I keep getting these confused. So the Sanin have been in the same amount of games. What game was Orochimaru in? Where these two aren't? Because these two are in Dragon Blade Chronicles, so I'm trying to think, what game was he in? Oh, he was in Clash Ninja 2, that's what it was. And then every game after that. So he got Clash Ninja 2, they got Dragon Blade Chronicles as their special game. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I was like, wait. Alright, Towa, only playable in 2 games alongside Komachi. Tayuya, only playable in 1 game because they hate us. Alright, Yugao, she was introduced in EX3 / Revolution 2, EX3, SP, Revolution 2, Revolution 3, 4 games. Yamato, he was in EX2, EX3, SP, Dragon Blade Chronicles, and Revolution 3. 5 games. And again, I think I just made a mistake with Sai. No. Sorry. Sai was in every game. Yamato wasn't. No, that's correct. I did count Dragon Blade Chronicles. Alright, and Zabuza, only playable in the 4 GameCube games alongside his girlfriend Haku. I'm just going to put Choji up here. And last but not least, Rogue Ninja was a player character in Revolutions 2, 3, and SP. SP? Yeah. So 3 games, and I also just remembered I did a character. Towa gets 1 extra point. He was in Dragon Blade Chronicles. He was in 3 games. He shows up as a cameo during the cutscene. So I forgot about that. He is in Dragon Blade Chronicles. I'm trying to make sure yeah. Did I count? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Make sure everyone who was in Dragon Blade Chronicles was counted for. I think they were. There were a lot of characters in that game. Yeah, they should have been accounted for. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the final tier list. Kakashi is superior, being in all 12 aiding Naruto games. Next is Sharingan Kakashi, who was in all 11 main Clash of Ninja / Gekitou Ninja Taisen games. So that these two are really the same tier. Dragon Blade Chronicles. Yeah, tomato. But yeah, Kakashi is ranked supreme. Number 2 is Itachi and Guy. Those are our next fan favorites for supporting cast. So right below them is basically their counterparts, the Sanin, as well as Kisame. Then we get Naruto and Sasuke, PTS. Sakura, basically Team 7. Excuse me, is right behind them. Just can't get enough of Team 7. Then we started getting into your Shippuden favorites and some of the PTS supporting, like Lee. So Lee and Kabuto crossing over from PTS to Shippuden. We get Deidara and the main Shippuden cast. Where's Tenten? Oh yeah, that's right. They were in Dragon Blade Chronicles and she wasn't. Poor Tenten. Then we get these characters. I'm surprised at how many were in 5 games. That seems to be the sweet spot. Is being in 5 games. If you're in 5 games, you're basically you've had it made. Sand Ninja. I say the most disappointed I'm probably in are the people that were in like 2 games, because like they were like important enough to be like in more than one game, but not enough to be mainstream stays. Like Komachi and Towa should have definitely been in SP. Kagura Bando would have been great to have in the Japanese roster. They already had the voices from the European Clash Ninja Revolution 3, so I don't know why they didn't make these characters playable. The models are in the game. I guess I can kind of understand Anbu Kakashi, but yeah, it's I don't understand how the two most important transformations from Naruto and Sasuke Part 1 are only in 2 games. Make that make sense? They brought them back in EX2, but not these versions. I'm like, why not? Yeah, I'm not happy about the Sharingan Sasuke because I wish that like the fact that they actually, excuse me, had a different version, Sasuke, and the moveset was different. Regular Sasuke versus Sharingan Sasuke, they had a few differences in their moveset. If you have EX2 or EX3, I definitely recommend picking up Sasuke and checking out his movesets between Sharingan and non-Sharingan. It's kind of unique. And then just all the one game characters are just like, oh, come on. Guys, these would have been such cool characters. I kind of understand the Dragon Blade Chronicles characters, but Ino is a criminal. She should have absolutely been in EX3, bare minimum Revolution 3, but they would rather stick Chio in there, which, great addition, and just pretend Ino doesn't exist. Don't understand it. Sorcery should have definitely been playable with the third Kazekage. Anyway, this is the final tier list. I am very surprised that Kakashi is the character that is at the top. And then we have our runner-ups. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for sticking around this long video, and keep following my channel if you want to see more about Ultimate Clash Ninja, which will feature every single character on this list, plus more, a whole lot more. These all images are from my game, so that's why they're all, I just like using these images for fun, because they're all in my game. Yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, follow my channel for more. Thanks all, and have a great night. Cheers.